adventure? Okay, but make sure you are rock solid on episode number 2, the staff and its lines and spaces. Episode number 3, so you can quickly recognize the letter names on the treble staff. Episode number 4, so you can quickly recognize the letter names on the bass staff. And our previous episode number 17, feeling secure with your understanding of intervals, especially thirds. Remember thirds and skips? Play a letter, skip a letter, play a letter. Your accumulated knowledge will enable you to leap into our new adventure. If you're ready, let's all stretch. Stretching briefly takes your muscles outside their normal range. The benefit is to increase your flexibility and flow. When you have been inside a lot, it's good to get out in nature. Nature's benefit is to breathe in the fresh air and absorb the natural sunlight and beneficial colors around you. Stretching outside your boundaries pushes yourself past your comfort zone. It empowers you. Oh yeah, grab your bags and meet us at the gate. We are going to take you out of your limits, into other possibilities. It's freeing, it's creative, and this will be relaxing. Musically, we are going to stretch your reading boundaries outside and past our staves. We are going to travel beyond by way of ledger lines. You and your music will benefit by stretching into new colors, positions, and dimensions. A ledger line, sometimes spelled LEGER, is a short support line that extends out beyond our staff. Ledger lines notate pitches above or below the lines and spaces of the staff. The ledger line's purpose is to extend the staff's range. These pitches on the staff only extend to this area on the piano. What if we are ready to explore beyond the treble staff, the other 17 white key pitches? Adding more staff lines to accommodate the 17 white key notes is crazy. All we have to do is extend the staff with short, equally spaced ledger lines as we need them. We always count upper treble ledger lines from the top of the staff up and away from the staff. We know the lines on a staff are every other letter in the music alphabet, thirds. We don't need 9 ledger lines to make it to the very highest note C, but we do need a few. We know the spaces on a staff are every other letter counting by thirds again. When you start heading out into this galaxy, there is an easy way to figure out the names on and around the ledger lines. The quickest way to remember, 2 lines up equals C. Not middle, not high, but very high C. Now, when you're out there, find C as your home base. For D, count up 1 more to space CD. For E, count up line, space, line, or CDE, or just do a skip up, CE. For F, count up from C, C, D, E, F. Or skip and 1 more up, C, E, F. Lastly, for G, count up from C, C, D, E, F, G, a fifth. Or just skip in thirds, C, E, G. We could keep going up, but are you comfortable so far? If you had a note here, just imagine where the C line is and go 1 note down, lower, B. The same for A. Imagine where the C line is, C down, down, C, B, A, a third, a skip. That's it. The rest of the letter names you already know on the treble staff. So just keep track of the C's to keep your bearings. Because a fun and easy mirror image is going to pop up somewhere else ahead. Woodwinds enjoy ledger lines because seeing the higher pitches signals them to use special fingering to reach the higher notes. For piano, organ, marimba, or harp, you can always add an 8 VA or 15 MA to indicate to play the notes an octave or two higher. Now that we are zooming in on C, bass staff is going to be easy. These bass pitches on the staff only extend to this area on the piano. What about the other 12 white key pitches for the bass staff? We always count bass ledger lines from the bottom of the staff away from the staff. Bass goes down. The lines on the staff are every other letter in the music alphabet, thirds. Even to here is a long way down. The spaces on a staff are also every other letter in the music alphabet, counting by thirds again. By the way, this A is the lowest key on an 88-key piano. We are not reading down that far. Back to lines. Let's zoom in to where the very low C would be. Again, 2 lines away from the bottom of the staff. Again, when you are venturing out there, find C as your home base. Then count down 1 more to space for B, CB. For A, count down lines and spaces, line, space, line, or CBA, or just do a skip a third down, CA. For G, count down from C, CBAG, a fourth, or just do a skip down plus 1 more, CAG. For F, and we'll stop here, count down from C, CBAG, a fifth, but it may be easier to just skip in thirds, CAF. Tuba, trombone, and euphonium always use ledger lines. If you play piano, organ, marimba, or harp, you can always add the octave signs to indicate to play the notes an octave or 2 lower. What we just did has to be the trickiest so far. But hang on to C like a life preserver and soon you will have your C legs going strong. I'm going to show you these middle ledger lines from the perspective of the grand staff using a piano. Whether piano is your first or second instrument, the first letter you learned may have been middle C. To help you relate, we may have referred to middle C as C for cat with the cat whiskers. Cute visual, but we now know middle C is on a ledger line. In episode 2, we noticed if we squeezed the staves closer together, middle C is on a ledger line connecting the 2 staves. Middle C tends to float. If middle C is closer to the treble staff, it belongs to the treble and right hand plays it. If middle C is closer to the bass staff, it belongs to bass staff and left hand plays it. Let's start with the treble staff. You will totally get this. If we travel down 1, it's a B, a second, CB. This B is the same B as on the bass staff, but now played by the right hand or any instrument reading treble in this range. Remember, middle C is the closest ledger line to the staff. If we travel down a third from C, CBA, we get to A. This A attached to the treble staff is the same A as on the bass staff. If we travel down 1 more, it's actually a fourth from C, C, B, A, G, we get to G. This G is the same G pitch as on the bass staff, but played by the treble. If we travel down one more, it's actually a fifth from C, C, B, A, G, F, or skipping by thirds, C, A, F, we get F. This treble staff F is the same F as on the bass staff. The treble just borrows down into the bass range. So now you know how to easily and quickly flip the treble notes down into the bass staff. On the bass staff, if you traveled one up from C, we get to D, a second, C, D. This bass D, played by the left hand or any instrument reading bass staff in this range, is the same pitch as treble D. Remember, middle C is the closest ledger line to the staff. If we traveled up one more, it's a third from C, C, D, E. We get to E. E is attached to the bass staff, but E is the same E found on the treble. Traveling up one more, it's actually a fourth from C, C, D, E, F. We get to F. F is attached to the bass, but F is the same F found on the treble. One more, traveling up, it's a fifth from C, C, D, E, F, G, or skipping by thirds, C, E, G, we get to G. G is attached to the bass, but it is the same G naming the treble staff. So the bass just borrows up into the treble range. This is pretty cool. Middle C is in the middle of the grand staff and in the middle of the keyboard. High C is 2 spaces from the top of the treble staff, and low C is 2 spaces from the bottom of the bass staff. This is like a mirror image. Then, very high C is the second line up from the treble staff, and very low C is the second line down from the bass staff. Imagine this mirror image to remember the C's wherever you are, and you will have a life preserver with you whenever you need it. Can you answer these questions on ledger lines? Here we go. A ledger line is a short support line extending beyond the staff or an accidental mark. A short support line beyond the staff. A ledger line's purpose is to extend the staff's range or to confuse us. A, to extend the staff's range. The letter name of this note is C, or very high C. The letter name of this note is A, or high A. The letter name of this note is C, or very low C. The letter name of this note is E, or very low E. The letter name of this note is C, or treble middle C. The letter name of this note is A. The letter name of this note is C, or bass middle C. The letter name of this note is E. Congratulations! Remember, reach for the stars. You have your life preserver on. Celebrate and enjoy your newfound freedom. Explore new territories outside your staffs. You will love the sound your music takes you to. See you in episode 19. Thank you.